Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Eve the Empath, coming to give you messages from Spirit. Hope you're doing well today. So quick reading for our Geminis. Wanted to reach out to our Geminis because we often forget about them. So we're going to do a quick pull on the Akashic records, look at the soul, see what the records are saying about you. We're going to do a quick one card to give you the energy of the day, what you need to be tasked with, as well as one nice little pull for you to get some advice. So what you can do to work on yourself as a healing mantra. Okay, so I've already cleansed the space, and we're going to do a quick shuffle on these cards and welcome in our Geminis. Remember, Geminis, these messages are going to be general, so they may not apply to your situation, but this is going to be for our Gemini moon, rising sun, as well as north node. If you have those placements in your chart, please understand that there is, again, something that is possibly in this message for you. The reason why the Gemini has been on my mind is because I was getting some downloads about them and their personality. So the twins sometimes have conflict within each other. A lot of times when we think about birthing twins, a lot of times they're fraternal, right? Two different personalities, two different sides. And to me, that's what the Gemini represents. Today, the messages for you guys going to be the scribe in reverse, right? So we're going to look at the scribe in reverse and see what that message is going to be for you, as well as a little bit of advice from our herb crafters. You know, my ancestors live in them, so they like to communicate with us in this deck, so we like to give it to you. So back to the twins. There are times when you guys are feeling pulled into two different directions, pulled, torn apart, not sure, flaky, airy, uncertain. And so Spirit is urging you to kind of tap into a certain energy, tap into your inner voice, because that's where the two of the twins should meet. There's always going to be times when you have that conflicting energy, right? You're positive and you're negative when you think about life as a whole. But for you guys, it's a little bit more magnetized, right? It's a little bit more, I'd even say magnetized. It's more prominent because you do have those twins sitting in your chart. So also we're going to look at the mother of air. Ironic, I like it because you guys are an air sign. And then we're going to get a little bit of advice for our healing mantra. What is a healing mantra for our beautiful Geminis today? This thing just fell right on out. Actually, they gave me two. Wow. Healing after heartbreak and cultivating courage. Sounds like you guys have, again, some things going on spiritually, emotionally. I wasn't expecting it to be anything love related, but perhaps some of you are dealing with some love situations. So let's get it. The scribe. When we think about a scribe, that's someone who is taking notes. That's someone who is recording information, learning, making sure that things are in place for the next generations. So for some of you, you may be setting things in motion for generational wealth. You may be setting things in motion to make sure that things are aligning for your family purpose. But when you see it in reverse, it seems like there might be some slowdowns. So it's a number 12. When we put that together, that's a number 3. So for some of you who are looking at the number 3, know that there could be something in this message for you. It says you may be ignoring opportunities for higher learning, uplifting discovery, studies that can take you far above where you find yourself today. Torn. Them Geminis, y'all be so torn. It also says that you may have been asked to lead a group or share your gifts in some way and you haven't responded. In a personal matter, you could be closing your mind to new and broader thoughts. And that makes sense because the energy that I was picking up from you guys was feeling quite torn. Some of you guys are going through situations where you're saying to Spirit, nah, I'm not doing it. You know that you've been given a specific assignment. You know that you've been having things that you're supposed to be doing. And it could be because you have some heartbreak situations. Some of you had to break off some relationships with people that probably meant the world to you, or you felt a very strong soul connection with. And what Spirit is saying is, regardless of whatever that is, you'll have time to deal with that. We encourage you, we love you, but it doesn't change the fact that you have business. You have to prepare. 4, okay? Spirit wants you to understand that even in the midst of your pain, you still have work to do. It doesn't give you the right to abort your mission because you are refusing to deal with whatever the situation is. And for some of you, it's loss. Some of you are dealing with emotionally unavailable people. Emotionally unavailable people are in your circle, and you're finding yourself frustrated, and it feels like heartbreak. It feels like loss. Some of you have physical loss too. Some of you are dealing with death. Okay. It says, stop holding yourself back. There's so much more for you. If you assume that the mantle of higher intellect every moment, open your mind and keep opening it. Don't stop opening your mind. Allow the spirit to come through. Allow knowledge and wisdom to come through, and share that with other people. Share that shit. You're not here to hoard information, okay? Spirit is saying don't hoard. It's time to step into your power. Stop being lazy, Gemini. Start doing what you need to do spiritually, right? Start doing what you need to do. Start looking at yourself as a creator, as an important life force, as someone that brings a legacy, not only to yourself or to your family, but to the world. The scribe is very, very important. The scribe is the one that takes the notes. Think about the Bible. Think about all of the Kabbalah. Think about the Quran. All of those are materials that were written by scribes, right? These are somebody who is literally taking all of the information, the downloads, what's happening, and putting it to text. And that requires a certain level of skill. But you're saying to the universe, no, I don't want to be responsible. I don't want to deal. So we're looking at the mother of air. And with our herb crafters decks, it gives us a beautiful plant medicine. So for you guys, motherwort, if you're dealing with communication issues, if you're having a hard time understanding or hearing with clarity, which could be why you're taking a step away, understand that not everything is going to be as black and white as you expect it to be. Things come the way they come. So motherwort, it says, quick bite, deep nourishment. Say what you got to say. Don't hold shit in. If something is coming towards you, or if people or situations are coming towards you and you're feeling a type of way about it, open your fucking mouth and say what has to come out. It's not a big deal. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Setting boundaries is important for you. So if you find yourself in a situation where you are feeling like people are taking advantage of you, Gemini, take a step back. And that, again, could be part of that heartbreak. Perhaps you were in a love situation where you felt taken advantage of. That's what strong boundaries do. It's okay to sometimes forget yourself or lose yourself, but once you realize what you've done, that you have, it's okay to gain yourself back, okay? Give yourself room to love again. Love you first. Set strong boundaries, okay? With the motherwort, it says, be fierce in service and get to the heart of the matter. It says, the motherwort knows her value. She's quick. She makes rational decisions without doubting her choices. Again, those twins that can't remember. Not necessarily remember, but I can't decide. I'm torn. I feel at a place where of indecision. It's time to make a decision. It's time to be firm in your words, to be strong in what it is that you need to do. If it's work related and spirit is telling you to go ahead and make the decision. Otherwise, it's going to be made for you, okay? Soothe your unchecked emotions. Allow common sense to come in and move forward. And execute. Be calm. Be loving. Embrace your sharp edges. So if you find yourself that you're abrasive, your communication is lacking, people don't like the way you talk to them, work on your communication skills. Air is all about communications, the way you think, the way you speak, the way you hear, the way you transmute energy, the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about others. You're going to find that in your swords or in that air energy. A good way to connect back to spirit is to go outside and play in the wind. Blow kites, not blow kites, but fly kites. Taking walks in a windy situation. It allows you to reset your energy, okay? So when we look at healing heartbreak, okay, Gemini, for some of you who are still currently dealing with some heartbreak, it says, my heart will love again. And I understand what that feels like. One of the books that I'm reading is called The Mastery of Love. Ruiz is the author. I can't remember his first name, but what I've learned about this book is reading this book is that we don't have the right, we don't own people. And while it would be lovely if we could just have someone who just loves us all the time the way we want them to, it's really quite selfish. If we look at love in the perspective of the bee and the flower, the bee come and go to the flower to pollinate, to grow, to get its nourishment, and it goes on about its business, and it visits many, many flowers. But if you ever try to keep the bee at one flower, it's not going to be happy, because the bee only lives for a few hours or a few days, and it only nourishes the beehive. It takes care of the beehive. And with the flower, if you pick it, it dies. So in order to continue to enjoy its beauty, you have to let it bloom and blossom. You have to let its seeds fly and produce more seeds, right? It says healing after heartbreak. When heartbreak is healed, you are able to learn and grow from each relationship. No matter who you believe is to blame, as heartbreak is seen as life's way of breaking your heart open to expand the love you are able to give and receive. That's exactly how I see heartbreak. Every time I have been in a situation where I felt like I have met the love of my life, Lord knows how many times that's been. Actually, it hasn't been that many, but how I see it and how I've always explained it is my heart has broken open, but it gets so much bigger. It's so much expansive. And I think that's what Spirit is saying to you today, that regardless of whatever it is that you've been going through, however you want to feel about it, understand that those cracks give space for you to love you more and allow the universe to bring to you the vibrational relationship that is meant for you or is destined for you. Divine unions are so important, okay? It says it gives you, it allows you to open your heart, and it becomes easier to pick up the pieces of your innocent and invite greater intimacy into your life. If you're dealing with resentment, releasing the past, and healing grief, this is a good card for you. And then cultivating courage. Right? It says, in any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. And a lot of times, which I also see in the sign of Cancer, there's a confidence issue, especially if there are deep wounds. If there's wounding in childhood, I see that there's also some issues with those cancers. And when you cultivate courage, you basically allow your voice to be a dominant voice. You allow you to be the strongest voice that you hear. And it doesn't matter what others say about you or think about you, because that becomes obsolete to you. You have to learn how to understand who you are mentally, how you see things, how you smell, how you taste. All of those things are relative to you. Your taste buds are not going to be like my taste buds. My thoughts are not going to be like your thoughts, right? Why? Because we're two totally different people with two totally different experiences in this universe. However, we all have the same source energy that comes through to us, all of us. That's why I'm able to deliver these messages to you. It says, when courage is cultivated, you are aware of your choices and are able to pinpoint your most inspired options. Back to the scribe. Think about it. It's telling you that you have choices to learn more, to broaden your horizons, but you're taking a step back because you're afraid, or you don't want to get hurt again, or you don't want to allow yourself to be a vessel. It's selfish. And that kind of selfish isn't good. It says, such options may not always match up with the things you want, but they will always give you the exact experiences that you need to further evolve your soul. And that's what it's about. Soul evolution is the reason we came to this planet, and we're here to do it together. And as we do it together, understand that there's so many ways the universe can bless you or provide for you or give you provisions or open up its resources to you. Why? Because the universe is abundant. Okay? When you start to realize that even when you're healing your heartbreak, the Lord, our creator, God, universe, however you want to call it, did not stop making humans when he made you and that person that you loved. The universe did not stop making babies when you lost one. The universe did not stop making babies when you couldn't conceive. The universe did not stop making dogs when your pet died. The universe doesn't stop. Don't stop, ever. It is omnipotent. I hope I'm saying that right. The reason is to make sure that we have constant needs met. Our manna is provided every fucking day. Every day. So everything that you're feeling it's valid. But the universe says that, guess what? Even though it's valid, I have more for you. Allow this experience to help you decide what you really don't want and what give you more of what you do want. And that's fine-tuning your spirit, your life journey. It's teaching you how to learn, how to receive those messages, how to transcribe the messages for your own soul. Make decisions that are best for you, because everything that you do is best for you in this moment, today, this day. Choose you this day, life or death, right? I love that. I love it for you because it's giving you the power back. Nobody owns you. Nobody owns your power, but you own it, okay? You own it. So when you start owning it, you'll start seeing yourself getting those messages the way you're supposed to, providing the necessary nourishment. You'll be able to speak your piece, and you will have the love that you desire again. The courage to do everything that you need to do, okay, Gemini? Make those decisions. Open up your heart. Open up your mind. Stop being hard-headed and make some fucking decisions, okay? Love you. I hope this message resonated with you, and if not, it's okay, because again, we do not want you to vibrate in places that you don't belong. The messages are general, so they won't apply to every situation, but I hope that you do find something in this message. If you do, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe, because we love it when other people can get the content too. Thanks, guys. Bye.